Okay, here's a little movie. Since I never had a turnout, I wanted to play with it, and so I went ahead and wired it up, and let's see how it works. First we need a locomotive. So, well, let's line him up. He's going to come out of this little engine house here. So we'll tab over to the next track. And then, let's see. I think we got to go in reverse. This turntable indexes really well. I was kind of impressed with that. I was really kind of had some misgivings how well it line up the tracks, but it does a real good job with that. So now we want to move them over a track. This is an old DC turntable, even though I'm running a DCC layout. So let's go get some fuel and some sand, which is what he would do right about here. And now he's fueled up and got his sand filled. So we're going to move him on out into the yard. This is a little analog control box for the thing, and it just basically steps from track to track. If you want to skip a track, you got to hold it down till it goes by the tracks and to come up to the one that you want. Anyhow, now he heads out to the yard to go hook up his train or whatever he's going to do for the day. Anyhow, I got the passenger train, and it fills up that second track from the left, and then the military train is on the far track, and both of those trains are eating up every inch of available track for the yard. Obviously, the other trains are a lot shorter, and I can add a lot more cars to it. But anyhow, the turntable is a neat project. It's got kind of an odd quirk. Like I said, this is an old DC turntable, but I'm feeding DCC rail power into that little control box. And the other thing I'm doing is I'm powering the control box with straight DC voltage. Even though the instructions say to use the AC terminals off your DC power pack, I said, well, it'll run off of DC. So, but the odd quirk is, after a certain amount of time, I haven't figured out exactly what the sequence is, the unit will no longer function as far as rotating the turntable. And I don't know what the time period is, but anyhow, to get it to reactivate, all I got to do is break track power or break the DC power coming into that little control box. So it's probably something in the circuitry that mixing a DCC rail power in with a DC voltage into that little control box, it doesn't seem to hurt anything, but it will eventually time out and no longer function. And all I got to do is break either one of those circuits and it'll function again for some period of time. Now, if I shut the track power off and leave it idle for a long period of time, it will continue to work on the DC side of the power input. So I don't think it's an issue with how I'm powering the module. I think it's an issue with the DCC type tracks voltage that's coming in there that it's, after a period of time, it shuts itself off or something. I don't know. Something else to figure out. Okay, movie's over.